What in the world have they sent me now? My goodness. Maybe some new technology. Let's cut her open. Have a look. Something they'd like me to share with you. Well, you probably figure out where it came from because they all come with a box in a box, very well packed, very well packed. Now we're going to just give you a clue. There we go. Oh, there's some maybe hardware in there. Oh. Instruction book. Something heavy there. Of course, a manual you always got to read. Man, this it's blue. Well, I'm going to show you guys a little something here. So, this is a 12.8 volt battery. I guess we're going to be showing you some hooking up, and this is their new 314 amp hour battery. Long life cycles, LiFePO4 battery, self-heating. So let's get to the rest of it a little later, and we're going to hook it up, and I guess we'll show you a little bit about it. Need power out here. That is called a Bluetti portable power station. So sometimes we cheat. You see, I have a wood box there, it was empty. I'm parked right beside it. I can't do that in the winter time with a toboggan, but I can do it with the quad. Oh, we got that all cleaned up under that spruce tree. Picked a few other blocks up there, around. Yeah, see, we got a little mixture of everything, different sizes. In the back here, I always pretty big wood box, so I stand some blocks up on end in behind. That way I can put, you know, an extra maybe 10-12 blocks in here. You know, it's kind of dark. Can't see very good. Light's on, but this way the light is. I'll show you when we got it all full, and you'll see that Ernie and Bert's bed right up there on top. I got a nice cushion. Sleep up high where it's nice and warm. Well, you can see that I've got that pretty much full. One big block left here. Up beside you on the floor. So, wagon's empty. So this kind of, you know, I bring in big blocks. When I bring in my load, I pack in big blocks and I stick them here because I use a big block in the morning, 10, 11 o'clock or noon. It'll last all the way till 11 o'clock at night. When I fill it up again, I use one more big block. And so I do have some pretty big blocks in here, but I like the really big ones I save in the other pile. But that pretty much has it ready for a week worth of burning, or 5 days, 6 days. Yeah, we got lots of power coming in, so I'll tell you what, guys. I mean, at the cabin, this is just cleaning day. mess. What a mess. In and out, in and out. More projects there that need work on. Yeah, I try to keep the cabin fairly clean. It's been a pretty busy week. Got in and out with my boots on. Well, we are done vacuuming. You do laundry here with the full-size machine. Runs off solar, no problem. But my vacuum, I just park it there, and we started off at 95%. We're still at 95% after 10 minutes or so of vacuuming. Just clean everything all up. So that's the way I run my life. Well, we're going to finish what we started a couple of days ago. Oops. I gave it away. I'm going to show you something here. We're going to hook up a little bit of stuff. And we're going to show you some changes that I'm just making here at the cabin. A little extra power, a little backup power, and power for my 12 volt stuff. So we're going to show you a little bit about it. So in the box comes some instructions, quality instructions. It comes with a bag of hardware, all kinds of good heavy duty bolts and lugs and whatnot that go together. Also comes with these metal brackets. There's 4 of these. So if you're mounting these in your van or anything like that, they bolt together and bolt to your batteries. These are just going to be sitting right here for now. Hang on, I got a fan running here on the Solar X. I'm going to just cut the power for a little bit here. It'll shut down so that fan cools off. Now, this also comes if you're preparing and setting up a system in your van that has a pattern or where your bolts go for your brackets, that kind of thing. So you can follow the pattern for your template here and put all your holes in the right place. That's for all these brackets. And then, you can strap your battery from here. You can put a strap up and over your battery. So now I'm going to tell you just a little bit about the battery. This, I'm going to show you, is 12 volt. This is a 314 amp hour battery. Long cycles life. It's an IP65 triple protection. So we have communication cables, that kind of stuff, all the hardware, templates, and this is going to, I run 12 volt on my water pump, and I've got a light in this room, of course. You want to have a light that's 12 volt or whatever in case your power should go down for any reason. So, I keep a couple things 12 volt. This here is going to replace all this. I'm just going to try. We're going to try this stuff. It says sweet basil. Some sweet basil. But they never put enough onions, so I always put onions and mushrooms and that kind of stuff. So, give that a little stir in. Turn the fire down a little bit. Oh, put a little water, just about too much juice. I better leave the lid off. Let the little juice cook off. Yeah, they have all these bolts for your mounting brackets, stainless. The heads sink in. Then they give you shorter bolts and longer bolts for hooking your cables, in case you're adding more than one cable. And then if you're adding more batteries, of course, you'll get more bolts with each battery. Communication cable. If you're running more than one battery, then you hook up from here to your other battery and crisscross, so on and so forth. And I mean, you can go through and hook up a lot of power here. 314 amp hours each battery, and you can hook them up. You got 2, you can go to 4, and you can go to 8, and it shows you how to hook them up, and then your communication cables in between. So with 8 of them, I mean, that's a big system for backup in the house or cabin, or you're looking at 32,000 watt hours of power. So it's a lot of power. But this here, just making sure, and they send some nice covers here, so when you bolt in, that you can slide them over your cable ends, 14, and a pair of pliers, I guess, you know, for tightening up your cables. So just make sure that they're properly tightened, and then slide your covers over, and there you go. So, you know, from here, I'm going to be hooking power now. It'll be going to my water pump and such. But of course, you always need a backup wrench, pair of pliers, that'll work. So we're all linked together. Now, there's a green light comes on right here, shows that the battery's on, it's connected, and I'll just show you what we have here. So right now, we are bringing 230, 220 watts right there. So showing the batteries at 13.3, it'll go to 13.5. So pretty simple hookup. So all this hardware now here in the cabin I won't be using. If I was going to be stacking it up somewhere and I want to mount these and mount your battery in solid, you know, especially for motorhomes, vans, that kind of stuff, you're building out a trailer, there's you know, a couple of these batteries, man, that gives you a lot of power. So this is a self-heating battery from Bluetti, and most of you know, if you've been watching, I have some other Bluetti stuff here I've been running, and it is absolutely awesome. You'll see that little guy there, it's been moved around in the back of my bike out in the yard for building, and this setup here, I shut the solar off because the fan on the Solar X4K is, you know, and it's charging, the fan's running, and it's a little bit noisy. I don't hear it when I'm in the cabin. I mean, this is kind of out here in the porch, so, but not something I want running beside me if I was in a little camper. But these units here, this is absolutely awesome. The Apex 300 and the B300Ks, lots of backup power there. Or that's, I'm 100% off grid, but that gives me all the power that I need for anything I'm going to run. That 3,840 watt hour battery or inverter, you know, it's a good unit. But so this here, they're going to have Black Friday sales. We're going to talk about the battery. That is, like I said, they send a nice little template if you're mounting this in your RV or anything like that. You know, just a few tools that you need. Just some quick measurements if you're interested in, you know, measurements. This battery is 16, full 16 inches long, and it's about 11.5 inches that way and 9 inches high. These batteries are only to be mounted sitting this way, not upside down, not sideways, not backwards. People stack them on shelves or different things, but that's not the way they are to be mounted. They can be mounted this way. And so, you know, make sure you have a little meter handy and that kind of thing. I mean, like I say, it comes with all the hardware. It's got some good leg bolt screws here. If you're bolting into wood, or if you're using these bolting in the frame, anything like that through a unit. So pretty simple instructions. I mean, you know, from just showing you getting your lug nuts in there and then tying stuff off. So, you know, not much you need. Number 14, like I say, a screwdriver. Tells you where everything hooks up, tells you all the ports, what the ports are for, all that stuff there. And your communication cable, like say if you have one battery, I'm not using the communication cable, it's not communicating to anything, but when you hook more than one battery up, then you're running your communication cable from this one to that one, from your live to your ground. You're hooking this way, you're hooking across here, from your live to your ground. With, you know, if you're using a bunch of bus bars, that kind of thing, here, same thing. You know, you're hooking a communication cable across between the batteries, and that way it'll give you a readout, and you can always know what all the batteries are doing. If you get more than one battery, make sure they're fully charged, and hook them up. Just don't put no power, just tie them together and leave them, and make sure they'll balance, you know, over 24 hours or so, 48 hours even. Just they just recommend making, you know, if one's 13.3 and one is 13.5, it could be off just a little, so just leaving them, they'll totally balance the cells, and then you're ready to go to work with them. So a very simple setup. They have, so it's pretty simple. You can get a communication, your eDock battery communication interface box you can get separately. If you're just showing in links when you have a whole bunch hooked together, this would be your communication box that you can tie in. Just communicating, your system. It shows a lot here, but for the amount of energy, there's a lot going on in one little battery. Now this here, because I do everything, there's 12 volt, they do a lot in 24 volt, 48 volt, that kind of thing, but I do a lot 24 volt, and or I mean in 12 volt. All my system, anything else that I run here, a light, water pump, different things, it's all 12 volt, so I don't have to get, a reducer box to reduce power back down to 12 volt, or change out my pumps and that kind of thing. So I keep it pretty simple. So yeah, with these, of course, again, Bluetti app, you can you have everything set up. You can see what's working on it and that kind of thing. So so I just sit out here in the porch with you guys for a little bit, show you a little bit of the new technology that's out there. And Bluetti's been pretty much, I think, the top end here with getting this kind of stuff, making new stuff, making it easier for people for either backup power or off-grid power totally, or RV life. So getting a lot of the different things that you can set up, and bring your power in through charge controller. Make sure your controller's set so you're not going to overcharge your batteries, that kind of thing. Make sure your settings are all proper. But there's so much that's going to be on the site now. Black Friday, it's just wild. I mean, they're having up 63% off some of this stuff. Like the Apex 300 here. I got the AC 200L, the B300K batteries, and I mean, there's pretty much anything. I'm going to have a link in there, but their sales are massive on everything. Of course, Black Friday, that's everyone likes to shop, and there's lots out there to be had if you're just thinking about tackling it. If you have questions, I mean, most of these questions I can probably answer for you. I've got the pamphlets here. I've been through it. I've used all this stuff to run my cabin for a couple of years now, and this is just a little upgrade, and I might just add to it, and that's, I'm not running other things off. I'm not running the hub. I have USB-A ports on my batteries, on my B300s, so I don't have a hub where you can, have a couple of cigarette lighter plugs and USB-Cs and USB-As and stuff like that. They offer all that, and I mean, you can either hook up to the Apex, or you can put in a system just with batteries. Again, so just going to show you quickly. I just laid out the deal here, so it kind of shows you the way it's set up. I mean, this just bolts in. They got a nice place there to put a strap, so you got the pieces going around. There's your back plate, to see what it looks like. A nice place for a strap there in the middle. And if you put anchor pins or straps, whatever you're building out. Now, these batteries really don't take up that much room. You can put them face-to-face time together. You can put them back-to-back time together. Always nice to have a little space between any batteries just for cooling purposes. If you're charging it really hard, well, then everything, of course, runs a little bit warmer, just like anything else, your power stations or whatever. But if you have, a charge controller and an inverter, all that kind of stuff set up in your camper, and you want to go 12 volt, or you can go, hook up extra batteries and tie them in other configurations. But Bluetti has been pretty awesome equipment. I cannot complain about anything. I've had awesome luck with it. And any questions I've had, I can reach out to them, and they'll answer as soon as possible. So they've been very good that way. So there'll be a link in the description, and you guys can check out the Bluetti's 12 volt, the 12.8 volt. It's the 314 amp hours. That is one big chunk of power. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we get out in the yard, get a few things done. We got a little bit of snow on the ground now, a couple inches, so we'll be seeing us back out in the wood patch or sweeping solar panels off throughout the winter. There's just no shortage of things to do. So thanks for coming along, and hope you enjoyed the video. There will be more about this stuff in the future. It's been awesome to work with Bluetti, and appreciate you all coming. So for 2 people. That says for 1 person. Oh, we'll do 2 people twice. It'll be enough for me for 2 meals, hopefully. Maybe just a little more. Ginger always likes. Oh, give that a stir. This is looking nice now. This is thickened up really nice. Oh, yes. Just about lost one down the drain. Enough for today, enough for tomorrow. Like my spaghetti, I break it 3 times, sometimes 4. I just like to put it in a bowl. It's easier to chase. You know, it's a pretty big bowl, but I like that big bowl. Should be enough. Oh, and I'm going to just sit down and enjoy. If I can keep it in the bowl. That sure smells good. Simple and easy. That's the way I like it.